Now we'll hear from the Minister of Lithuania, the Honorable Jaroslav Neverovic.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the committee, thank you very much for making...
And speak into your mic. You have to lean in. It's a little awkward.
Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you very much for making me the part of this hearing. I will share with you Lithuanian story, which I can summarize in one phrase, and which is freedom is not for free. But before I make my point, I want to return to May 8, 2003, when the historic vote happened on the Senate floor on enlargement of NATO. 1 year later, we became formal members of NATO, and this year we celebrate 10th anniversary of our membership, and Senate's role could not be underestimated. So thank you very much for your leadership then. During the past quarter of the century, Lithuania emerged from the ruined Soviet economy to become a free market nation with a robust economy, stable political system. We have become a trusted international partner. We are cooperating closely with the United States, including fighting terrorism in places such as Afghanistan. And we are very proud of our achievements. I'm honored to appear here before such distinguished group of American officials led by Chairwoman of this committee, Senator Mary Landrieu. Irrespective of political affiliation, you individually and collectively stand proudly for the principles of free and fair trade and understand implicitly that unrestricted flow of goods, services and energy resources benefits both the United States and your trading partners. Madam Chairwoman and committee members, we have common vision for democratic system. We share same values in international relations. But despite our unwavering commitment to those principles and ideals, a law enacted in your country some 75 years ago denies us access to your abundant energy resources. Let's change that situation. In the spirit of allies, let the energy strengthen and deepen our strategic cooperation. At present, we are completely 100% dependent upon single supplier of natural gas, and as a result are forced to pay a political price for this vital energy resource. Lithuanian families and businesses pay 30% more for natural gas than citizens in other European countries. This is not fair, and that's abuse of monopoly position. I'm here today to tell you that Lithuania is taking steps to achieve energy independence and thereby strengthen our national security. But let me also be 100% transparent. I am also here to plead with you and your colleagues to do everything within your power to expedite the release of some of your abundant natural gas resources into the world market, especially to those nations beholden to monopolistic supplier. The United States, with your enormous natural gas resources and highly developed infrastructure, has the kind of liquid market that Europe is trying to build right now. So what is the potential in Europe to receive US LNG? There are currently 22 operating LNG import facilities within the EU with total combined capacity of 6.7 trillion cubic feet per year and another 6 terminals with additional capacity of over 1 trillion cubic feet per year under construction. However, the actual import of LNG into Europe fell by almost half between 2010 and last year. Because LNG prices are generally pegged to the global price of oil, current prices are just too high to supplant natural gas produced in Russia and elsewhere on the continent. As a consequence, LNG terminals across Europe are functioning near their minimum technical capacities. However, America's entry into the global natural gas market can change this situation completely. Last week, Vice President Biden visited Vilnius, Lithuania. During his visit, the Vice President said, "We have learned the hard way that protecting the sovereignty of nations depends on having more than one supplier of energy." Vice President Biden expressed support to our efforts by encouragement for further energy cooperation. And indeed, Baltic states are working successfully to overcome energy island situation. I'm pleased to tell you that in just 250 more days, Lithuania will have an instrument, our own LNG import terminal in Seaport Klaipėda. The newly built floating storage and regasification vessel has been symbolically named Independence, and although its primary goal is to satisfy our national needs, The terminal will operate under so-called third-party access regime. That means that our neighboring countries could use terminal's capacity to meet their own needs. Thus, our terminal, the first large-scale LNG import facility on the Baltic Sea, will be the icebreaker for the region, helping to ensure an alternative gas supply. While the United States appears positioned to be a key player in the global LNG marketplace, there is, as you know, a sticking point. The majority of your LNG exports are subject to a public interest review. We understand that the US President has the authority to deem all of the pending applications to export LNG to non-FTA nations to be in public interest. We hope that this administration will do just that by opening the doors to LNG export to non-FTA countries. But if they don't act in a timely way, we urge Congress to step in and amend the law. Accelerating America's entry into the global natural gas market is a win-win-win situation. America wins through job creation, economic growth, more revenues for the government. Customers in Europe win by access to more competitively priced gas from US, and strategic cooperation of NATO allies would be strengthened. Consequently, stability on the European continent wins when monopolistic levers of influence are reduced or eliminated. The present situation in Ukraine has taught us one lesson. No nation should be able to use its monopolistic energy supplies to punish any other nation. So in conclusion, we should work together to let competition in, to keep the monopoly out, and to bring natural gas prices down for customers in America and in Europe. Thank you.